Today we're going to meet Philip, and Philip is the hedge layer. Have you any idea what a hedge layer is? It's somebody who lays down hedges. And why would you do that? There's holes, there's gaps, and rather than putting a fence up, you can actually train the hedge to fill the hole, and we're going to learn all about that. Let's first of all sing the song, Somewhere in Outer Space. God has prepared a place. Fast song. Let's go and visit Philip and find out what tools he's using to train and trim and lay down a hedge. Here we go. G'day boys and girls. Today we're with Philip. Philip is a hedge laying farmer, and I'm going to learn today what that is, and Philip's going to tell me. Philip, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello the boys and girls. How are you?
Philip, what is a hedge laying farmer?
Well, I'm a farmer, so I have lots and lots of jobs around the farm, but one of the jobs I have is looking after the hedges on the farm.
Yeah.
Hedges are very important. They keep the animals in the fields, they provide shelter, and also they're very good for the wildlife. So it's important to look after them.
Yeah. So what sort of wildlife are you talking about?
Well, the hedges are used for birds, for nesting in, and they also eat the berries in the autumn time, and any flowers in the hedges over the springtime or summertime will be used by bees and other pollinators. So it's all kinds of wildlife, Colin.
So would you normally cut these hedges as well, trim them back?
And if a hedge is working well, yes, you just every 3 years you come in with a hedge cutter and cut it back and keep it in a proper shape.
So if you didn't do what you're doing, what would happen to the hedge?
Well, this hedge here has got past its use. There's a gap at the bottom so sheep can go through it, and even some of the cattle could go through it too. So my job is to restore that hedge, and the way I do it is by laying it, or hedge laying.
So you're not transplanting, you're not planting a new hedge?
No.
You're helping to steer it?
Yes, I'm just rejuvenating it and cutting it back and laying it, which I'll show you in a wee minute, and that just rejuvenates it and makes it into a useful hedge again.
Yeah. You're a Christian man, Philip?
Indeed I am, yes, Colin.
Is that important for you?
Very important, yes.
Why is that?
Oh well, just every day you get up, you know that the Lord's with you, and you can ask Him for strength and guidance for each day, and as you go around the farm doing your different duties, you can remember and appreciate the creation and the wildlife and the birds, and just remember that this is a job that God has given me to do, and for His glory, and it just makes such a difference every day.
So being a Christian for you is not just on Sundays then?
Oh no, it has to be every day, every moment of every day preferably.
And do you like working, Philip?
Oh yes.
Physical work. Do you have a favourite Bible verse?
Lots of them, but one's kind of conjunction with hedge laying, so on. I love the story of Zacchaeus in the Bible, of how he showed a wee bit of interest in Jesus. Jesus stopped, called him down, went to his house for tea, and that encounter with Jesus changed Zacchaeus' life from being a greedy tax collector to somebody who was now following Jesus and was willing to put right all the wrongs he'd done, give back the money he'd stolen. So it was transformed. So just the way as I transform this hedge into something which is no longer any use, it reminds me of Zacchaeus, and my favourite verses would be Matthew 19 verse 10. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save what was lost.
Yeah, very good. You remember what type of tree Zacchaeus climbed?
a sycamore tree.
What are these here, incidentally?
These are thorns.
Thorns?
Just white thorn officially, but they're just known as thorns.
But if you never cut these back, could a sheep get caught in this here?
Potentially they can, especially if there's a lot of briars around. Yes, sheep can get caught in them.
So do most farmers do what you're doing, Philip?
No.
I never heard that before.
No, it's not something that's done very much. You'd find more of it across in England. Bigger thing over there, but here not very many people do it. It's a wonderful job, I love it, but it is quite slow and time consuming, and farmers generally don't have an awful lot of spare time to do the likes of this.
Can you show us what you mean by what you're doing there?
Right, that's no problem. One down this way.
And is it only a certain time of the year you can do this?
Yeah, it's best done in the winter time, whenever there's no leaves or anything on.
Yeah.
So here we are, you can see there's a big gap. The sheep could run back and forth through this like that there, and cattle could get through, and it's no use as a hedge.
Why not put a fence up?
Because if there was no other alternative, yes, I would put a wire fence up. But because I can do this, I'd much rather do this.
Oh, very good, yeah.
So
it's cheaper as well, is it not?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost any money at all, apart from a wee bit of time. So here's my next bit here. So I go in here with my saw.
Why are you cutting that down, Philip?
I'll show you here now, Colin.
Do you ever use a chainsaw?
I do for the bigger ones, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I bring it down like that.
Oh, will that keep growing?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because it's still connected here.
Oh.
This connection allows, you don't think it will, but it does. That allows enough sap to come up through in the springtime, and that whole thing will continue to grow.
Very good.
And then you'll have new shoots come up from this cut. So you'll have growth here, you'll have growth there, and once I lay this one down on top of that, then that's that hole all filled. And I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah. And is that a fast process?
Well, as you can see, that work there took me about an afternoon to do that length of hedge.
Yeah.
So it's not overly fast, but as
you
can
know what I mean, it'll grow and develop quickly.
Sorry. Yeah, by 2 years' time, that will be a lovely big hedge.
That's quite quick, yeah.
So
you're transforming this here?
I am, yes.
Yeah, that's like a life then, isn't it?
That's what I said, but like Zacchaeus' life, whenever he encountered Jesus.
Yeah. So no matter what mistakes people make in life with Christ, he can always fix them and transform them. And
absolutely, that's the good news of the gospel.
Yeah.
So it is. Yep.
That's right, because people think it's only good people can be the Lord's interested, but He's interested in all sorts of people.
Oh, absolutely, yes, everyone.
And people who can be broken the way that's been broken and bent,
yeah.
That's incredible. So what happens after this here? Do you go to other fields or?
Well, this will probably be the only hedge I'll have time to do this year, this winter. So if I've this one done, I'll be happy enough.
What else do you do in your spare time, Philip?
I don't have much spare time on the farm, so no, just the rest of the day spent doing all the farming duties. Apart from that, we'll even time and enjoy helping out at church and children's meetings and so on.
So being a busy farmer, you also have time to serve God and...
Oh, absolutely, yes. The evenings
important.
Are generally free.
How long have you been a Christian, since you're a wee fella?
From I was 19 years old.
Oh, big fella.
Well, there you are.
19, that's great.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't change it for anything?
No, not in the slightest.
Yeah.
No.
And even out here, can you see the handiwork of God? It's beautiful county down here.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I say. Just enjoying creation, being part of all that, and enjoying the birds and the changing seasons as a farm and everything.
Yeah.
So.
When did you discover this here? I never heard that before.
About 20 years ago, there was a local man did it, and he came down and showed me how to do it. And I got the bug, I loved it, and I've just continued with it ever since. And
no fancy tools, just a...
No, just my wee saw, and also a chainsaw, which I haven't here
for
at the
bigger
moment.
Ones, yeah.
And sometimes a slasher there is needed. So, but that's all the tools. And well, sometimes you have to drive in the post just to steady the whole thing up, just so the wind doesn't blow it over. So you need the sledge for that.
That means there's boundaries.
Yes.
In the Christian life, there's boundaries too.
Yeah, so boundaries are there to keep you safe and protect you.
The same with animals. Did you enjoy school when you were at school, Philip?
School was fine, yes. It was all right.
Good memories of it?
Yes.
Would you encourage the kids to work hard at school?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's good. Good advice. Philip, our time's up. I'm conscious of keeping you back because you have a big long head to do here.
Okay. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed that, boys and girls. Enjoy the hedges as you drive around. Look at them, remember them, and remember our wee hedge laying demo, and just for how God, through Jesus, can refresh and renew anyone whenever they trust and follow Him as Saviour and Lord. Isn't that right, Colin?
Yes, very good. That's good. Okay, thanks for sharing all that
No
today.
problem, Colin. Thank you.
Yep.
Right.
Take
Bye-bye,
care.
boys
Bye-bye.
and girls.
Thank you, Philip, for explaining to us about what it means to be training hedges, laying hedges, and fixing them. So just imagine Philip walking over the fields, finds a hole, the sheep's getting out, cattle's breaking out, and he needs to train and fix the hedge. So very, very interesting. So we'll sing Deep and Wide to finish with. It's a lovely song as we think of the rolling hills of County Down. Brilliant song, really enjoy that song. Philip, thanks again for explaining to the children what it means to take care, to love the hedges, and to protect them, look after them, and to train them and to lay them, and how they can grow and be strengthened and developed. And of course, share your faithfulness, your lovely story about Zacchaeus climbing the tree, how the Son of God, and those lovely verses. Thank you, Philip, and thanks again. Bye-bye.